What's up, guys? In today's video, me and my son Landon headed to the Ohio River. It was supposed to be just a quick afternoon trip, but it quickly turned into an all-night trip, but not by choice. Luck was not on our side during this trip, but you know, we all have those kind of nights, and that's one thing I want to do on this channel. I want to show the good and the bad. Now keep in mind, some of the footage in this video is not going to be the best. That's mainly because I was trying to survive and I wasn't really worried too much about filming at the time. But we did put a couple fish in the boat. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Here it is, guys. Can't imagine that life. It'd be a lot different. It'd be a pretty cool job, I guess, if you were willing to travel all the time. We've got lines run off the back of the barge with like trot line string. So I assume they're trying to catch us some catfish while they're out here working. It's pretty cool. We're doing something serious. I want to know what's got that thing anchored right there like that. Can you imagine what it would take to hold that? Big Mike. Hey, we know him, don't we? It says Big Mike on it. There's skipjack in the cast there, heck yeah. So this is where things started to go south, guys. What happened was I realized once we got up to the dam that I had left my trolling motor remote in the truck, and I decided not to worry about it since we were going to anchor fish anyway. So I was cruising up the dam right here looking for Asian carp to catch and use for bait. And this area right here is a big eddy. If you don't know what an eddy is, it's where the water comes one direction, then it hits an object underwater and shoots back the other direction. So the water we're in right here is actually flowing back towards the dam, which is a pretty dangerous situation. So I decided to go ahead and turn around and get out of here. And about the time that I did, the motor just shuts off. So I couldn't get the engine to fire back up, so I decided to throw an anchor out. And when I picked this anchor up and got ready to throw it out, I realized the zip tie was broke on it. I didn't have time to get another zip tie out because I didn't know where they were, so I went and grabbed another anchor. And by this time, we're already getting extremely close to the dam. Obviously, you can't tell because the camera's facing the other direction, but the back of the boat is right against the white water that's flowing off of the dam. I finally get an anchor out, and I want to give a special shout out to my buddy Daniel Rimmer. He makes these never lost anchors right here. They're a great anchor, they're priced right, and on this particular day, it may or may not have saved our life because as soon as I threw it out, it grabbed and stopped our boat from moving any closer to the dam. So I done my best to stay calm. I didn't say anything to Landon. He was playing a game on the phone, which is what that music is playing in the background, and he never even noticed anything was wrong. So after a few minutes, I got the motor to fire back up. I told Landon to drive the boat forward as soon as I got the anchor lifted up off the bottom. And as he did that, the engine died again. But we did get it to start back up, and we finally got out of there. We went ahead and went fishing, but little did we know, our problems were far from over, as you guys will see later on in the video. Now, I already know what you guys are thinking. Where was my life jacket at, right? You're exactly right. I should have definitely had a life jacket on. And I think I'm actually going to go buy a more comfortable life jacket that I'll wear more often. That's one good thing about situations like this. You always learn something from them. It puts the fear in you that you need to have when you're out on the water, because it just goes to show you how fast stuff like this can happen. So you always got to be prepared for the worst.
17. Screen markers now. We need markers.
All right, so we got ourselves in a little bit of a situation back here at the dam, and it scared me to death. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna anchor up for a minute and calm down. But come over a little hole right here that had 5 pretty good sized fish in it. They could be monster fish, they could be 10-pounders, because I'm not an expert at reading sonar, but they were definitely some good sized fish. They weren't bait fish or anything like that.
I think that rod's going too back there. Let me get this one back in the water.
Oh! No!
That's not it. Yeah, it is a catfish. Oh, what just happened?
It popped out!
Junk reel.
Pill and drag.
No.
Yeah.
Pill and drag.
Yes, it is pill drag.
So Landon's finally hooked up with a fish after about 4 hours. I was starting to think we was gonna get skunked, but we just had one nail it here. They dropped the water on us today on our way here. They cut the water way back.
Yeah. That's insane. It feels ginormous. I mean, it's still good blue cat.
Yeah, they cut the water back, and I think it's pretty much killed the bite, but maybe they're gonna turn on now. That's not a bad fish.
He's all tangled up.
Here, hand me the rod. You can take him fish grips and get him. That's a better fish than I thought it was. Maybe they're wanting small baits tonight. That was the smallest baits that we had out. Yeah, see? Spawn marks on him. And the thing is, they don't look like they're healing up. They look fresh.
Look. See how I squeeze it like that? Smell.
You got it figured out, don't you? You see the spawn marks on him. He's been down there messing around. He got some right here on his side, and then on top of his tail. That's where I always.
Oh, he's peeing.
Is he?
Yeah, he's pee everywhere.
Oh,
it's eggs.
Huh?
That's eggs.
Where? Let's put him back.
Oh, stop, buddy. Please stop.
So you think the boy has eggs coming out of it?
Yeah. I mean.
It's not eggs.
What is it then?
Put him back in.
Rod. How?
Well, this was an unexpected fish. We've been sitting here for about 2 hours. Not because we want to be, because we don't have a choice. We're actually stranded out here. I'll explain that once we get this fish landed. I don't know what we got here, but it's real heavy. Or I shouldn't say real heavy because we're in current, but it feels heavy. And I haven't felt any head shakes. It just feels like a big log right now. See on his belly there. That's spawn marks right there.
Yeah. Pretty teared up.
Crazy what they do themselves. Nothing on his fins. I don't know. Just the ones on his. It's a pretty nice fish. 10, 12 pounds. Put him back in. But guys, what has happened is I got up here to the dam today and I realized I forgot my trolling motor remote. And I was like, well, we'll make do. I didn't really want to run back to the truck and get it. Well, I really wish I did, because our starter has gave out on us out here. And had this problem the other day. I thought it was a dead battery. Luckily on that day we were close to the ramp and we were on a lake with no current. But today we're in a river. We're on the Ohio River with a lot of current. And we're just sitting here anchored hoping that this starter is going to cool off, and it's just dragging. It won't turn over fast enough to start. That's all it'll do. So I'm checking it about every 30 minutes and hoping that it's gonna break free or whatever. Not much we can do. But on a positive note, it is a beautiful night out here. Not too cold. No storms in the forecast, so don't have any way to steer the boat. I do have a paddle, and that's my only option to get out of here is paddle downstream. The only problem is there's a barge tied up at the boat ramp, and I'm gonna have to go out around that barge. And by the time I do that, I'll be way on past the boat ramp. So the only thing I can really do is go past the boat ramp, try to get over to the bank with a paddle in 1.5 mile an hour current, and then get out on the bank downstream from where my truck's parked, walk upstream, get my trolling motor remote out of my truck, and hope that it'll pull the boat back up river and get the boat on the trailer. So, well, here we are, guys, floating down the Ohio River. No trolling motor, no motor. I just keep trying this over and over again. I'm sure I'll burn it up good now, but I won't go fishing with it again until I get it rebuilt. So it makes me want to go buy a new outboard when I get up in the morning. But well, it's already morning. It's 3:30 in the morning right now, and we're floating down the Ohio River. No power. We got a little paddle about that long. That's all we got. It's probably going to be interesting when we get down to the boat ramp. We got a barge right here in front of us. The wind's blowing us towards the bank, so I'm going to have to start paddling again. But yeah, we'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so it's about 4:30 in the morning, and we finally just got the boat on the trailer. Paddling back was an absolute nightmare. We had to come around the barge, just go in between one barge to get back to the ramp. It was pretty sketchy. I was scared we was gonna get up underneath one of them barges, and that'd been a whole lot worse than a starter then. But I'm so tired, I'm not even making sense, guys. We're gonna go get us something to eat, go home, get some sleep. So as you guys can tell, this was not the best afternoon that I've ever had out on the river, but we always learn from situations like this. I hope some of you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Go over to my Facebook group, HG Catfishing. It's a group where we all share our fishing trips, share information. I do my best to keep it drama free. But I want to thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you in the next video.